Dear Santa, I've been a good mom all year. I've fed, cleaned, and cuddled my 2 children on demand, visited the doctor's office more than my doctor, sold 62 cases of candy bars to raise money to plant a shade tree on the school playground, and figured out how to attach 9 patches onto my daughter's Girl Scout sash with staples and a glue gun. I was hoping you could spread my list out over several Christmases, since I had to write this letter with my son's red crayon on the back of a receipt in the laundry room between cycles, and who knows when I'll find any more free time in the next 18 years. Here are my Christmas wishes. I'd like a pair of legs that don't ache after a day of chasing kids, in any color except purple, which I already have, and arms that don't flap in the breeze but are strong enough to carry a screaming toddler out of the candy aisle in the grocery store. I'd also like a waist, since I lost mine somewhere in the 7th month of my last pregnancy. If you're hauling big ticket items this year, I'd like a car with fingerprint-resistant windows and a radio that only plays adult music, a television station that doesn't broadcast any programs containing talking animals, and a refrigerator with a secret compartment behind the crisper where I can hide to talk on the phone. On the practical side, I could use a talking daughter doll that says, "Yes, Mommy," to boost my parental confidence, along with 1 potty-trained toddler, 2 kids who don't fight, and 3 pairs of jeans that will zip all the way up without the use of power tools. I also could use a recording of Tibetan monks chanting, "Don't eat in the living room," and "Take your hands off your brother," because my voice seems to be just out of my children's hearing range and can only be heard by the dog. And please don't forget the Play-Doh travel pack, the hottest stocking stuffer this year for mothers of preschoolers. It comes in 3 fluorescent colors and is guaranteed to crumble on any carpet, making the in-laws' house seem just like mine. If it's too late to find any of these products, I'd settle for enough time to brush my teeth and comb my hair in the same morning, or the luxury of eating food warmer than room temperature without it being served in a styrofoam container. If you don't mind, I could also use a few Christmas miracles to brighten the holiday season. Would it be too much trouble to declare ketchup a vegetable? It will clear my conscience immensely. It would be helpful if you could coerce my children to help around the house without demanding payment, as if they were the bosses of an organized crime family, or if my toddler didn't look so cute sneaking downstairs to eat contraband ice cream in his pajamas at midnight. Well, Santa, the buzzer on the dryer is ringing, and my son saw my feet under the laundry room door. I think he wants his crayon back. Have a safe trip, and remember to leave your wet boots by the chimney and come in and dry off by the fire so you don't catch a cold. Help yourself to cookies on the table, but don't eat too many or leave crumbs on the carpet. Yours always, Mom. P.S. One more thing. You can cancel all my requests if you can keep my children young enough to believe in Santa.
"'Twas the week before Christmas, and without fail, we still did not have our cards in the mail. Our Christmas letter was blank, not even a line. The address book lost, as it was most of the time. I had just finished Leno and was headed to bed, when my wife threw a box of cards at my head.
"They're your friends too,"
she shouted at me.
"The least you could do is finish the tree."
I knew right then there was no place to hide, grabbed the tinsel and lights and headed outside. Now where was this tree she went on about? I had not seen it. Was it inside the house? When all of a sudden from above came a noise. I looked up to the sky and down fell a toy. And then fell another. Toys all over the ground. I dropped all the tinsel and turned right around. There on my roof was a herd of reindeer and a jolly fat man dressed up in red gear. Now I was no slouch and guessed right away, this must be Santa, and that was his sleigh. His arms gripped my chimney, his head down the flue. By the sounds I would guess that he'd just had a few. I shouted, "Hey Santa, why the sleigh and reindeer? You're a week early and you shouldn't be here." His head rose up slowly, and he looked all around, until finally he noticed me there on the ground. "Where am I?" he whispered, and then held his head. "The last thing I remember was going to bed. The elves had a party since their job was done. They spiked the eggnog and I'd more than one. Let me help you, I said. Get these toys back in place. Come on in for some coffee and to clean up your face. I thought for a moment, should I tell my wife? But Santa and I needed no more lectures that night. While he had his coffee, I found his lost sack, untangled the reindeer, and put the toys back. He thanked me profusely, and I pointed his way. And as I walked back inside, I heard my wife say,
The problem with you is no Christmas spirit.
With a smile, I looked up and said, Whatever you say, dearest.